Welcome everybody to Talk That Talk, where we have the unfiltered, unscripted, uncomfortable conversation.
everybody to Talk That Talk. We have the unfiltered, unscripted, uncomfortable conversation about band, HBCU band culture, music education, and more. I just realized we were both wearing Alpha shirts today. I couldn't even see it down in the corner. Nah, it's out. I thought it was a Worthing shirt at first. My bad.
Nah, my belly just big.
I wasn't saying all that now. You know.
I say it about
me.
You
see
see
what I'm saying? I wasn't saying all that.
I was over here.
Oh my gosh. that must mean that you eating that French's chicken over there.
Nah, I need to do better. I discovered saladas.
Man, saladas, awesome. You just discovered. Hey, no free promotion, but you just discovering. Shoot, that's where it's at.
Hey,
saladas.
It's like a salad bar place.
When you come back down, we got to take you. Do you like salad? All right, so when you come back down, that's the spot we got to take you to. But it's basically it's well, I can't say it's a buffet, but it's a salad bar. You go through and they have a wide assortment of dang near everything, and you can build your bowl as big as you want it. So yeah, now be careful if you don't eat or wrap. But you can build that wrap as big as you want it too, though. But be careful though, because if you don't eat a lot of salad and you come up and you hit that salada and you get that large bowl of that big old burrito daddy, you gonna be running. I'm letting you know, you gonna be running. You trying to find a toilet somewhere. Just letting you know, it's gonna move through you.
It's good though. It's very fresh.
It is absolutely fresh. All right, so let me go ahead and get into this. I don't know why I think I know why. I'll fix it in a second. But let me go ahead and get to this. First things first, tomorrow for Luke's band report, I am dropping the grade for Bethune-Cookman. And yeah. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. I'm curious as to what people, and I put it into the Passion Is page. What grade do you all think I will give Bethune-Cookman? I'm gonna ask y'all, Portia, what grade you think Bethune should get based on their year last year? A to F is what you got.
Can I be honest? I didn't watch a whole lot of them last year, so. But no, honestly, I would say last year is a year that I watched very little band outside of the assignments that you made me do for these different shows that we own. I kind of waited on my assignment and did it that way. Like last year, I don't know, I was kind of just like tapped out.
That's fair. I can agree to that. I can understand the tapped outedness. I don't know. I guess I don't.
I say I'm gonna do better.
Did anyone see CBCU? So in my research, I will say this. They saw Southern last year. Obviously, Florida Classic was a thing. They saw Savannah State. Somebody else.
I mean, but I don't ever like people be over them, and I just think they always sound so pretty. I don't know.
So I mean, based on that information alone, you would give them a what? They never getting above a C. Come on, Greg.
That's terrible. I'm not gonna give them a below a B. And I think it's gonna sound good.
Okay.
And the few times that I did see them, I really like what's going on with their color guard again.
Well, I'm gonna save my thoughts about their color guard. Because if you guys watch it tomorrow, I have a few things to say about the color guard that was very, 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 very upsetting.
Oh, well, I mean, I have some views about that ain't necessarily their fault. I have views on anybody who stick people in the back of the field and
That
don't
well,
move them around.
yeah. Well, yeah.
That's a thing for me. And then them colors the same colors as the uniform and just all blend in. I don't like it.
Speaking of uniforms, they got a new uniform. Bethune has a new uniform. They did a uniform reveal, I want to say about 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Oh, the band.
Yeah, they got new. Yeah, well, everybody has new uniforms.
Oh, I gotta go look for that.
Yeah, they did it. It was the same exact uniform they had.
Shut the.
That's why I'm like Drew not to gaslight you. It's the same thing with
I'm
the
not
American
gaslighting.
flag.
It ain't
The
nothing
American
different.
flag.
I'm trying.
No, it's the same. It's the same uniform. The same.
To me,
They
replace
just they
that.
just got new uniform.
I'm trying to hype
Yo.
up their uniforms. It is important that we hype up everyone's new uniforms. They're new. And they're also, I
Well,
think
if
they're
that's
selling their old uniforms, right?
Selling
if
them
that's
to
the case,
who?
alumni.
Oh, it was only for
Well, if that's
alumni?
I'm assuming, but I know TSU did it
I don't
a
know how
while
no
back. They
other
sold it.
state work, but you can't sell state property in Virginia, so I'ma just mind my own little business. But oh, now they just added
Yeah,
an extra
they
stripe. Y'all in these comments are terrible.
that's
That's
it.
crazy.
That's it.
They
Oh wow.
it's Go ahead, Quan.
Nah, I'm just saying, bro. If we're gonna be honest, bro, Bethune-Cookman is a great band. Bethune-Cookman is one of the most consistent bands, like in our HBCU realm. Um, you know you're gonna get clean lines. You know you're gonna get uh great musicianship. Like when I think of BCC, honestly, I'm not BCC. I'm sorry, my apologies.
That's
BCU.
what they were
When
when
you
we
think,
was marching. I still do it
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. When you think of BCU, honestly, you think of like straight to the point. It's like straight no chaser. But there, in my opinion, there hasn't been anything that's like. Did you see like last year? Nobody said, "Man, you saw that BCU show." Like nobody said that. Being honest, I'm gonna be real. I don't think no real show was like that last year. I'm just gonna be honest. It's like it seemed like last year was a long year, but like the takeaways from it wasn't like, did you see that show? And the only people that honestly, in my opinion, that did that for me, again, I'm consistent, is Florida Memorial. And I really like Jackson final show. I feel like that was a really clean show in regards of field show. Sound, we know how J State sound, but I think the top top five bands in the country is like, I feel like J State is here, and then there's everybody else.
So
So
going back, then what would you give Bethune for last year's season?
B plus. They like put like this. They're always gonna be a B plus, B plus, A minus, A plus. You know, pending your preference. Band like they're a superior band. So I don't want no
That's
BC,
why the
no East
C
Coast
comment
person.
is crazy.
But that's
Yeah, I would
great.
never. No, no,
But that's
no,
great.
no,
That's
no,
great.
no.
I mean, anything other than Legion, I think for him is less than C
Yeah, I
or
mean,
C or below. But
nah, you can't be biased. Be fair.
who, me?
No,
No, I'm
people
just saying
can be
everybody.
Oh,
biased. He's that way about the Legion, but we know about the cult followings in the it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's not as much, but yeah.
speaking of Bethune, so let me be very honest with you all. There's so much going on in the band world, the music world, and there was just no direct topic that I came up with. As a matter of fact, I texted them and was like, "Yo, ain't no topic. We just gonna flow. We flowing tonight." So whatever pops off. As a matter of fact, if y'all throw something to talk about in the comment section, we may even just talk about it. But going back to Bethune though, I don't even think that we gave props to Brother Redding for his appointment at Bethune-Cookman. So congratulations to brother Kedrick Redding for him now being an assistant director at Bethune-Cookman. So shout out to you. Hold on, let me see if I can hit this button here. There we go. Yeah. So my question is, do you think that it's gonna change anything?
While he's an assistant, no.
Is Donovan Wells the band director?
Yes.
Yeah, he's still
Oh,
there.
no.
So, ain't nothing gonna change. I think what, first of all, big shout out to him. And for those that don't know, I'm not telling everyone, well, I'm telling people now. I am a doctoral student, and I did go to class with him, so I did learn things from him. And big shout out to him. I just feel like he set himself up for that next seat, and I feel like once he attains his doctorate officially, he's positioning himself to take over. And I think that's when you're going to see all of the aspects of tradition, but it's going to be pushed into a new wave. And that's what I'm looking at. And I think it's needed. Again, you can't argue with the sound of Bethune-Cookman at all. I think every year they're the top three bands top two to three bands in regards to sound. They still have a distinctive sound. You can close your eyes and be like, that's BCU. Yeah, you can. I'm sorry.
So I'm not gonna say yes or no either way, but what I will say is the masses tends to think differently. You said top 2 or 3 in sound.
In regards
I don't like
of
them
sound?
because they don't change.
Right.
But it's
But
gonna
the sound is
sound good.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the sound is gonna be put like this. You could take any year of BCU, and in my opinion, you're only gonna compare BCU to BCU in regards of their musicianship. You're not gonna be like they sound trash. Because in my opinion, like somebody said they're boring. Okay. Like that's the only thing you can say. Like, yeah, they're boring. But when you play I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea about me, like they sound good. Everybody know boom 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da. That it
That
sounds
is
good.
listen.
Yeah,
When I
it
say
sounds good.
listen.
You can't when you got something when everybody in the stand talking about wow, let's go. Like come on, like everybody know that, bro. Like this, but they don't change though. But when it comes to ballads, they're one of the who gonna outplay them in the ballad? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna really outplay them on a ballad?
No,
You being biased, bro.
that's not being
Can I be
biased.
honest with you?
That's not being
Put
biased.
like this.
So I
Put
will
like
put
this.
I will say this. I'm not going to disagree with you in that fact. In the fact that they are known as ballads. Don't get me wrong. They do really good ballads, but there are some ballads they do that's like me, and then there are some ballads they do that's like yeah. Because I'm gonna be real, Norfolk has outplayed them on a ballad. Fam has outplayed them on a ballad. So I would definitely say those top 3 bands are ballad kings. I will give them that. On any given Saturday, one might out ballad the other.
So put like this. I hate to, but I'm gonna have to do it because we just flowing tonight. And happy Juneteenth, everybody. Let me say this though, like happy Juneteenth, everybody. Let me say this though, the MEAC is known for ballads though. Like, if we just gonna be honest,
We see
I feel
y'all
like
act
Swag,
like the MEAC is just Norfolk used to be Bethune and Fam. In A&T. It's so
but
many it used
no,
to
no,
be a lot of schools.
y'all, nah,
And they
y'all,
got
y'all,
recognized
no,
as a ballot.
y'all the East Coast Kings. Let's be honest. Like we still because of our generation. It's kind of like if his daddy call him Craig, I'm gonna call him Craig. It's like FAMU is MEAC, bro. Still, Bethune Cookman is still MEAC.
I
You
agree
dig
with
what I'm
that.
saying? Norfolk is MEAC. I'm about to say Atlanta A&T, North Carolina A&T. They still MEAC. Like that's just
I
what it is,
agree.
bro. Like so that's the generation we came up in. And so when you look at it, that side, in my opinion, still was the proverbial antithesis of ballads. Like you're
Why do you
gonna get
think that
a real
is?
show out of it.
Why do you think
Uh,
that is?
I think the culture that FAMU created, and then other band directors trickled amongst the East Coast, like that was the standard, in my opinion. That was the standard, and you had the influence of high. The field show was king, and
I
then
don't. Go
mhm.
ahead. Finish up, brother.
Nah, I just feel that uh look at the similarities of Bethune-Cookman and FAMU from the even the voice of the announcer. The the approach of marching, of course, is different, but when it comes to the drilling aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when it comes to the ballot, some of the formatting of the show is similar.
But I
You know?
think so. Two things. One, and I'm gonna start with the last thing that you just said. I think that's just a Florida thing anyway, because I don't really see much difference in that between when it comes to Florida Memorial. They're just a smaller
Right.
version of it. So I think that's a Florida thing. I don't think that's a MEAC thing. But on top of that,
No,
just to
but
go, hold on, wait. Let me finish.
go go
Just to go
go
back to the
go
other
ahead.
thing that you said, when you were saying how FAMU, the influence of FAMU, and it kind of trickled down, blah, blah, blah. But FAMU's influence trickled down to multiple places. I think that the thing is that when we start getting into back in the day when all bands had their own niche, I think that
Mhm,
some people kept their traditional niche and some people just
mhm.
changed it. So when we start, because if you go back and you look at, heck, you could say old PV. Old PV used to play pretty decent ballads, but
But who was their influence?
that's what I'm saying. You're making it, you made it a MEAC thing. It's not a MEAC thing. I think that it was just a situation where people had traditional things that they were good for, and then somewhere in this whole marching band thing, people started getting away from what they were known for and started doing more things that were equivalent to everybody else to stay relevant. And I think that when it came to the FAMs and the Norfolks, and I would go so far as the Bethunes, they just decided to keep their traditional things. Whereas other people were like, nah, we gonna switch this up. Let's think about it. A&T ain't even the same A&T. Even though in my
Correct.
brain they still MEAC. So
Right. But so my point is this: the influence of Florida bands. Where did the band director come from? He came from FAM. So most of the band directors, when they create a school from scratch, they take what they know, right? From look at PV's uniforms to the intricators that we played, and then when other directors come in and influence from different places, we got there's a portion of our sequence that comes from Tennessee State. Then there's another portion that was created in Texas, and then there's another portion that was influenced by North Texas. People don't know that. So when you creating something, you can make your own gumbo, right? That's cool. When you look at Florida, Florida is Florida. But when schools such as at the time, um, it was more band directors from the South, like when Hampton and Howard were up and coming in those '90s. They were from the South, so they had more of a Southern s influence. What I'm just saying is, if you look at Bethune Cookman, you look at FAM, yes, they have a Florida style, but the MEAC was known to doing the ballad aspect during that time of our era of marching and prior to. They was known for ballads. All right, bro.
the
I'm telling
thing,
you what we known them for.
right?
You talking about while we was in school?
Yeah, what we known them for. We know what I'm saying. The people in the South, we know FAMU for. I'm saying for sounding great, for having a distinct sound, but for ballads though. Like people wouldn't just playing slow songs like that at
No,
Southern
but I
University. Not like
also
that.
feel like, and this is my perspective, the schools that have color guard that will be featured on them is going to pay a little bit more attention to a ballot than those that are not.
Yeah,
That's a good,
I
very,
think that
very
has.
good point.
I think
Very
that
good
has
point.
validity too. I think that has validity too.
But I get what you're saying a little bit, Quan. You're talking about optics. From the perspective of a person in the South, it would almost seem as though the MEAC is where it's at when it comes to the ballots. Is that what you're saying? From
Yes,
your
yeah. Like that was
perspective.
y'all niche. That was y'all niche. Like you were speaking about niches, like the East Coast to us in the South. Like, because we used to say y'all sound friendly or whatever. It wasn't friendly. It was just you had a distinct sound. So then you look at the South at the SWAC at that specific time. PV had sound like an aggressive some would say an aggressive FAMU at that time. But the way he arranged the different things of early PV when he first arrived in the 90s, man, that was fam. That was fam, right? Southern always had their distinct heavy brassy sound. Mississippi Valley didn't sound like really anyone. Uh, Jackson State had their own sound.
Valley used
Alcorn
to be
had
a
their
core
sound.
style band.
Exactly. Right. And then Tennessee State, they were a strong sounding band that had ties to FAMU. And then Texas Southern had their own specific sound. So I think with social media, we can all say, lines got blurred. But I also feel like the influence of seeing other bands and what they did, it was like, well, I'm gonna do this too. Of course, all the first generation of HBCU band directors, they went to school together. They was at the Michigans, the Michigan States, and so forth, the Midwestern, those schools. So they talked about it. Then they brought it back down, and then the second wave was like, okay, how can we be different? And that's when I feel like the FAMUs was like, well, let me do slow songs. And then it caught on the East Coast. Let's do these slow songs. Then later, I feel like the SWAC was like, well, we're going to do slow songs too. But they were not known for that. They were not known for that.
And I think like I said, I think it's a little bit more than let's do these slow songs. We got these flags, and either we gonna feature them or we not.
Yeah.
And more often than not, that is gonna be a slower tune song.
So let me say this, and this is from a person, because I get what you're saying, Quan. This is from a person who, from the South, only watched bands in the South, then ended up going to Norfolk and then discovering a whole new world like Jasmine on Aladdin. So my thing was, and because I can get what you're saying, but when I got introduced to the MEAC, I realized that multiple bands were different. Like going back to what you were saying, I had never seen Howard in person. So having the experience of Howard, I was like, well, dang, they don't really sound good, but they're different though. And then getting the old experience of A&T, very swackish at the time when I was there. Hampton, I remember seeing Hampton go against Southern, and because that was, I think it was on BET, and I was like, whoa, Hampton's all right. And then you got to remember, we also had Mo B in the MEAC at the time. So looking at Morris Brown, there was a lot of variety, but coming from what you're speaking of, I definitely agree that optics would say that FAMU specifically, because let's be real, like during our time, Norfolk wasn't getting too much burn until Honda. Nobody knew what a Norfolk was until Honda. And then as it always happens, we do a hell of a performance, and then all of a sudden we go back in our turtle shell and we do our own thing. That's normal to what Norfolk does. So I think I get what you're saying, but I also get the fact that FAMU was kind of the spokesperson for what MEAC was at the time. So I get it.
Just like prime example, like when I was coming up, everybody knew St. Augustine, but people didn't know other bands in the city of New Orleans, So people thought because they saw St. Aug, that was the premier. When they had other bands such as the Kennedys, the Carvers at the time, the other bands that were prolific bands, but unfortunately they didn't have the name or cachet to travel, or really the fiduciary responsibilities to travel. Like we didn't hear about Willow Ridge until y'all started traveling. And when we saw y'all, like people knew Willow Ridge in the 90s, of course, Rose Bowl, such and such, but like like Willow Ridge was almost like a chupacabra. Like real talk, like y'all heard that big old band that's 300 people, and people like, man, they ain't got no band of 300 people. And then there was like, oh, that's that band that's 300 people. Like that was the difference. So I think I think you're right when you have the spokesperson. So the spokesperson for the 80s and 90s of the swag was Southern University and Grambling, period. But when you speak about the MIA, it was FAMU, hands down.
Fair.
Yep.
Now, I think that's something we could all agree with on that. So moving on though, when we're talking about the swag, I don't know if anybody else saw this. Texas Southern and Prairie View are apparently having
A battle this summer.
We
like
ain't
2 weeks.
Yeah, we ain't seen TSU and Prairie View in a battle situation, except for the gym battle that happened. And what year was that? Like 09 somewhere?
The last one was 10.
10. Yeah, it was somewhere back in that time. So this is going to be an interesting one. This is a surprise to me. I'm actually happy to see it. The last time I remember PV in the battle was when I was there, when we went against Jackson at Jackson. So
I'm not ready for band yet.
Hey, it's here. It's here because I saw somebody throw the mass band comment in there, and we gonna talk about it a little bit. But
I'm gonna be quiet because I ain't watching none of it.
We'll get to it. But yeah, so I'm actually interested to see this specifically because, like you said, it's like summertime. So is this like a mini band? Is this full band? How is this gonna go? Like so many questions.
Band stop for me. Band might not have stopped for everybody else, but band stop for me.
So you hit the pause
I'm
button.
I'm I'm gonna be honest with you. Of course, I'm always supporting my school, hands down. Like I'm Storm. You don't want it with the Storm hoe. Like that's how I feel. But I realize, like I did the show last time. I'm respecting. It's kind of like we've developed a culture of time. Like this is mass band DCI time, in my opinion. I feel like doing that too early also can take the fizz out of the national. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we created a circuit. You know what I'm saying? Like national show band, or that was first. Then we go into our Labor Day. I respect the Labor Day classics. We go into Cotton Bowl, that type of stuff, and then you backdoor, and then you get into homecoming season, swag MEAC celebration, Honda, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then for the culture, concert band, then mass band, DCI. Like, it's like we created a system. I just don't see, in my opinion, and I'm trying to be a negative Nancy. I just give them kids a break because they're then going to immediately go back into band camp.
Seems like a
That's
negative
a lot.
Nancy to me, but no.
Nah, I'm just being realistic.
I get you. It's during the MLB Swingman Classic in Dallas. It's gonna be here. Oh shoot!
What is
Sean? How come you ain't call me?
Swingman?
I could have set my schedule. I would have known. I could get my butt up there. But anyway, I don't know what the Swingman Classic is. I have absolutely no clue as to what that is. But I do get exactly what you're saying, because I would be honest, when it comes to the addition of mass band in the summer, for me that throws my band track off, because in my brain it was DCI time. So that's kind of what I was gearing up to look for, listen out for, so on and so forth. But now with the continuous rise of the quote unquote mass band culture, it's like I'm in two places, and for me, I'm gonna be very honest. I can be very transparent. It's difficult for me to switch back and forth because I'm listening to two different versions, and I'm listening to two different versions of band. So for me, it's kind of like I don't know. It's hard for me. It's definitely hard for me. But I definitely get it as far as the fact that from a summer perspective, it's kind of like I'm not gonna be Quan and be the negative Nancy, because that's just what he is today. But no, I don't know. It's kind of left field, not to necessarily make it a baseball reference, but at the same time, I don't know how it may be. I mean, I think it's good that they're actually doing early promotion for it. You know, and 9 times out of 10, as long as it doesn't fall on the mass band day, you more than likely will get a whole bunch of, or maybe even a couple videographers out there. So it may gain more traction than you realize. So I would definitely say it's cool. Let's see what happens.
I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm just not watching it.
God dang, you ain't even gonna try. You ain't gonna roll the dice on it?
No, it's not specific to this.
Got you.
I have not watched a single Mass Man video. Nothing.
Okay. All right. So if it was given as an assignment.
Oh God! Come on now. Hold on. What month we taking off? Ain't it normally July?
Is it July?
Yes.
Yeah, it is July. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. It is July. So,
that's my month where I get my mind right. I ain't stopped working.
So that means we got one more show left then.
We ain't got one more. This it.
This ain't it. This ain't the last one.
It is.
No, you ain't doing this to me now.
What are you talking about?
See, now you got me looking at the calendar. No,
this is the last.
God dang it. Hey y'all, this Portia fault.
Listen, I'm trying to chill before. I'm still working, recruiting, doing training sessions. But I need a month to. Yeah, I am relaxed.
She's stressing me out. She's stressing me out. Because I thought we had, first of all, I completely forgot. So she trying to make sure her time is good. But the second thing is that I at least thought we had one more. I was about to say something else. But I thought we had at least one more to get out before we went on break. Oh, y'all got freshman camp. Oh, yeah.
See, Sean. Nope. I do my last audition on July 6th, and then the rest of that month is mine.
All right. Well, y'all, this is going to be the last one until August. Just letting y'all know. The whole month of July, we off. Luke's Band Report's still going to happen, though.
Hey, but this what I realized though too. I know New Orleans gonna have a battle, Julian. We need to slide
back to New Orleans.
Yeah, we could slide.
All right, we just
we'll talk.
Yeah.
When is that?
Put like this. I don't know. We got a Justin popping in the chat, but put like this. You get down here, Luke. Everything else, we got you.
All right,
well, we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll chop it up. So go ahead, Portia.
I'm good.
You was trying to come down too. Come on.
When is that?
See, told you.
Well, it just depends because I got something for July.
Hey, we say we need to chop it up about the 4th. So number 1, Cash Money getting back together for Essence. But I'm just saying that's number 1. Number 2,
that's it. That's
around that time. But
it's around the same time that we went last time.
Yeah, Essence, yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah, we got to talk. All right, but while we on this mass band thing, now I said we were gonna hit it. We gonna tickle it a little bit. We ain't gonna get too far. No, cause no.
I had nothing to offer.
No. Listen, just listen. Cause see, I ain't even got deep into it yet. Pause. What I'm saying is, just hold on. All right. So, as we know, mass band is upon us. All right. It is heavy. There have been multiple battles that have taken place. Rick called me 2 days ago, and he wanted to converse with me about the more recent battle that has taken place. And as I alerted to him, I said, bro, I'm going to be very honest. I ain't watched a lick of it yet. I haven't. I have not. And here's the reason why. This is why I say, Portia, you can add your little 2 bits because I haven't watched nothing either. I'm going to. So please, please, please. That's why I said we're going to touch it a little bit because I cannot offer an opinion about what I've heard if I ain't heard nothing. But what I will say is this. As I have heard a couple of clips that were posted early, and I kind of stated this on Luke's Band Report, but I'm glad that we can open it and have the dialogue here. I look at the comments from a lot of people, and I still, even in the conversations that we've had before in the past, I still don't understand or get the judging criteria. What is it? Is it, and this, please somebody help me. Is it how loud you are? How good the arrangement is? How good the band sounds based on the characters of balance, blend, intonation, attacks, releases. But see, here's the reason why. Listen. The reason why I'm asking this question is because when I go in the comments, I see people who be like, man, they don't sound good. Man, oh yeah, good one. Man, they don't, they sound great. Man, they blend in really well. But every time I hear it, it just sounds the same. I can't tell, I can't really differentiate where the level of the judging is. And I just want to be fair. I want to be able to turn that ear on when I'm listening to it so that way I can get a fair judgment. That's all.
Edwin got it. Nail on head. Edwin said it.
Let me see. What did he say? The judging criteria. Let's see. The judging criteria is be positive about me or I'm coming for you. Damn.
Say, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know why you mad at this question. Real talk. We're talking like I'm going to therapy. I don't need this negativity, bro.
It's not about that, my brother. It's
bro,
just
it is.
Hey, let me tell you something.
I don't
For
need
real, like we're never gonna agree.
We're not.
It's the same as what people say about the Kangs. It's just perpetual. Like at this point,
Right.
like we're not gonna agree. We're never gonna be on the same page. They're not gonna offer nothing to really back up what they saying. It is people's opinion, and they just put it on the internet.
Hey, like in the words of our little big bro Simon, it's nigga stuff. That's so like I don't want to use the N word,
And
but
they
it's
having
stuff.
fun, so that's all we should care about. We
Okay.
should not be
and
judging it.
Okay.
We should
stop.
not have
Like you gotta. Hey, this is what my therapist told me yesterday. Real talk. Peep this out. He said,
I just realized the brick wall.
that's why. That's what you're talking to. Talking to a brick wall. See, now you get the metaphors. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
This what he said. He said, you gotta believe what people do, not what they say. He said, because he told me, he's like, you the one said that you was gonna work out, but you had Popeye 3 days ago. So with that being said, you not even holding true to what you say you're gonna do. So why we arguing about a lane that we don't understand? It's like you're trying to understand it when it's like I feel like we keep trying to talk about adjudication because that's the realm that we've delved in. So but that's not the realm that they want to operate in, and that's cool.
No,
The reason why
the realm they want to operate in is fun. let them kids have fun. All of them not kids.
I think y'all misunderstand it. So because when the last time that we had a similar conversation, we kind of all left understanding and agreeing, right? That it was like y'all said, it was just fun. Fine, I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem with it. I think where it throws me off is where I look in the comments of people and they're making comments based on the things that we were trying to comment on. And I just be like, what? So is it about the fun or is it about these things? So
Other people can
that
have an opinion,
throws
but you can't.
that throws me off. That's
bro,
all.
bro. I understand. I understand it's throwing you off, but it's not your job to solve it. It's like because
Fair.
this is kind of
There
like
you go.
this
Okay.
is kind of like what we was talking about when I did the show about the high school situation. Everything that we had an issue with, this particular program saw the solution. So guess what? I'm hopping on that one. In regards to this one, the only person I'm gonna tell you the truth. The only person that really could solve this issue is a few people, but the main person that really can solve it is Simon.
Oh,
Real talk. So if Simon said, hey, if Simon
put your hands in
said,
the air.
you know what I'm saying? But if he got judges, like some real, like credible judges, I guarantee he gonna set the precedence. Hey, that's my free thing, Justin. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only way. Like somebody's gonna have to be like based on these 10 round songs, this round went to such and such, this round went to such. Like he would be the only person. The reason why is because he has the influence, he has the cachet. People respect his opinion and his work for what he's did for the band culture. Outside of that, leave it alone, bro. It's like we just gotta. It's like, bro, let it be what it is.
Hey,
Let it be what it is,
I
bro.
like that though, because whenever
But
we
what I'm gonna
challenge
tell
him, he
you
usually steps up.
is
I like that.
somebody is going to say the fun is being taken out of it.
Nah,
It's too structured now. Um, we don't have the time to put in blah blah blah. Somebody's not gonna like
I'm
the
gonna be
bed
petty. I'm
criteria.
gonna be
Somebody
petty. They not picking up the trash.
tell
I'm just
you.
joking, bro.
Hey,
I'm just
hey,
joking.
No,
I'm
but
just
for
joking,
you
real,
y'all.
like
not
they're
joking.
I'm
going
That
joking,
was
to
not a
y'all.
people.
I'm
joke.
joking. I promise to
There
God, I'm
are
just joking, bro.
no,
I'm
there
just
are gonna
joking.
be people that are gonna say all kinds of stuff.
Nah, I mean, but like I say, bro, like you gotta. It's just certain things, bro. You just gotta learn. You dig, and it is what it is, big homie. Like, hey, man, let them people be them.
No, that's fair.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fine. That's fine.
And
That's fine. Because I think me asking the question here gave me a better understanding that I'm just going to leave it alone. Because for me, I think for me, the way my brain works is I'm always trying to find the solution, like the
Mhm.
middle ground, like the thought where okay, we can more often than not, more people are going to agree. I think that's where my brain is. So when I see that dissension, I'm like, all right, well, can you answer this question? But I get what you all are saying on the back end, which is, bruh, they gonna rock how
Protect
they
your
rock.
peace.
Leave it alone.
Protect your peace, bro.
Yeah.
Protect your peace, King. like,
I mean,
that's really what it is.
I'm
But
gonna tell you
my
right now, my
question
piece
is
is good. My piece is
no,
good. So
but my question is for that particular sector group of people, why what I realized though, real talk, but why is it a problem? Because it's not a problem for them, it's a problem for us. So it's
I'm
kinda
not
like,
saying it as a problem. I think that's what it is.
yeah.
It's not a problem for me. It was just I was curious. So
Mhm.
I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem when
Mhm.
curiosity is made to seem as though it's dissension, and it's
Right. No,
not.
I know. No, I know your heart well enough, but what I'm saying is that's like saying if like when we was coming up, we played a game called throw up tackle, where it's like every person was
Oh
for
yeah,
themselves, and
pop
you
it
throw the
up. You
football in the air,
yeah, you
and
catch it
whoever
and
catch it,
yeah.
they do their thing. Well, that was the only set of rules. So if they're saying for their particular circuit, we're gonna go, and we're just gonna play these songs, and stylistically, if it's aesthetically pleasing to us, then that's what it is.
Mhm.
Then that's their throw up tackle rules. We should not come into their throw up tackle and be like, you know what? You got 3 seconds to throw up your football. You only could catch it 10 times. If that's not what they want, that's not what they want, bro.
Fair, fair, fair. Okay. Well, with that being said, let's move on to one more thing. I know, Quan, I think you threw something out in a text message, and I did want to tackle that real quick before we get ready to get out of here on this last episode. Before we get into July, thank you very much, Portia. You messed it up. Oh, by the way, real quick before I get in here, not necessarily want to talk sports all day because I definitely can, but congratulations to the Celtics. Boom. That's all I wanted to say. I ain't going no further than that. Dallas, good job. Y'all made it that far. The Rockets, we were at home on the couch, so it doesn't matter. All right, so Quan brought up a question within our text message stream. And he was talking about school choice and the effects that it could and or will have, specifically on the band culture. Quan, you want to expound on that just a little bit?
Yeah, so what's going on for those that are specifically in the state of Texas? If you're looking at our specific legislator, one of the legislative laws for the Universal Education Act, I believe, is about to pass, or it's either passed. And so, basically, from my understanding, what's going on is they're really trying to push and change people's tax dollars that taxpayers can basically shift their money, so to speak, like where they want. So you're going to have more money in the charter school, private school sector, and somewhat less in the public school sector. If I'm wrong, my apologies, but that's my just an understanding thus far. And so a lot of districts are going to have school choice, basically meaning a kid can go where they want. So a lot of the times for us, what tends to happen is kids in the hood, they're the best athletes or whatnot. So then they go to the upper echelon neighborhoods and schools. And so they're, quote unquote, magnet programs, do credit program, and they get bused to the good schools. So you lose your good band kids, you lose your athletic kids, your smart top tier kids. And so what tends to happen is the bottom, I don't want to say the bottom, but the middle to lower class students are achieving students ends up staying at your neighborhood, predominantly Black and Hispanic schools. And so that's what's going on now. So like when I was talking to a band director, he was like, yeah, we got a magnet program here. So I'm pulling kids from everywhere, which that's good on his part. But what about the others band director that they don't have a dual credit program and he don't have a feeder pattern? So I just think over some time, you're going to see some super powerhouse band programs that's going to be taking kids from other areas, and they're going to be the big show style band, and they might be the only big show style band in that area instead of spreading the wealth. Yeah.
So what I kind of said in the text message stream, and I'll be very honest with it, I kind of think that's happening already anyway. And it was kind of happening way before then, way before now in most cases. So for those of you guys who don't know, I do have my master's degree, and one of the studies that I did was on the PVIL, which is the Prairie View International League or Intercollegiate League, which was the all-black league before UIL took over in the state of Texas. Well, and this was during segregation, so on and so forth. But once all of the integration and things like that happened, well, that kind of was happening anyway, because a lot of the great teachers were being sent to the more affluent schools. A lot of the better kids were being bused to the more affluent schools, and so in a lot of cases, what you were left with was the kids that were gonna stay there. A lot of band programs folded, and so I think that we're kind of seeing those effects now, based on the fact that you have these what are they called? College readiness, college career tech, whatever things that are happening in these schools now. Specifically, I know here in the state of Texas, I don't know if it's happening anywhere else, but some of the schools that don't have it, then those schools are going to get those kids that want to be a part of that program, whereas that ain't necessarily going to happen for the schools that don't have it. So I think that's going to hurt a lot of band programs in the long run, But again, I think that's kind of what's happening anyway. I think a lot of these teachers that are, excuse me, I got to say this, teaching in the trenches are kind of getting this situation happening. Portia, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's been happening all along. People using other people's addresses because this football team over here is better.
Hey. Now, let's not do that. I used somebody else's address to go to Willow Ridge, okay? I was not zoned to Willow Ridge. Let's not put my business out on front.
So you a product.
I'm saying
You would have been at Sharpstown. You would have been at Sharpstown talking about doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo.
No. I was zoned to Madison. I was on the Madison.
You would have been the Marlin.
Exactly.
You'd have been in the madhouse.
So it was Madison or Willow Ridge. You tell me which decision I was gonna make. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to the carpeted floor high school. That's where I was going. Sorry. Portia,
yeah. So no worries. So I think it's been happening for years. I just think they don't have to hide it with what Quan is describing. Like, there is just going to be above ground and people knowingly picking. But I do think it's a bad situation for, because then everybody who can, like all the students who can really, 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 really play are going to want to go to that band school. And all the people that want to be athletes and play are going to go to whatever school. And then it's going to be like, I don't want to say scraps left, but it's kind of, you are going to be knowingly at a disadvantage. But I think it's been happening forever. I mean, like when I was in high school, Highland Springs was like killing everybody in Virginia. But all them kids weren't zoned to go to Highland Springs. They just was finding a way and using people address or whatever else to get to that school because there was people from there going to the league. It was people, they was winning all these championships and getting college scholarships and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's been a thing. I think they're just making it, above ground. Like you don't have to sneak and say, I live here when you don't really live there, kind of thing. But I think it's been happening forever.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's be real.
I went to all my zone high schools.
I didn't.
Schools in general. I went to all my zone schools.
Congratulations to you. I did not. I mean, I'm gonna talk about the Willow Ridge story in a second, but let's just keep it a buck. Like there are, if you look into some, as a matter of fact, I'll give an example. I had kids here in Dallas ISD, Townview. Great program, been a great program for a very long time, so on and so forth. And shout out to Mr. Hill, former band director, and now Brother Gibson, who is now the current band director for the work that they've done and the work that he's doing. But even when I was teaching in Dallas ISD, I had some really good students who really enjoyed being in the band program with me as their director, so on and so forth. But I even remember them saying, Mr. Luke, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm going to Townview. I'm gonna apply and I'm gonna go, because they don't have a zoning thing, because in their school it's like multiple schools in one school. And so because of that, they're open to anybody being able to come in as long as you apply. And most of the time you get the better kids. So I lost a couple of students based on that fact alone. So it's not something that I don't think is new, but I think it's something that is now becoming more prevalent, and like you said, Portia, above ground. So people like myself don't have to sneak and go to the school that they choose to. And this is pre-technology, so when I got my report card, I had to go to my brother's best friend's house to get the mail so I can get my report card and then take it home to mama. So, but yeah, I don't think it's that bad. Quan, what's your thoughts on all this? Because I know that you just kind of explained what it was, but I didn't get your thoughts.
I mean, overall, I feel like with anything, it's a blessing and a curse. All right. So you're gonna have some people that's gonna really benefit from it. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to get it. I'm sorry. It's like if that's the new rules, like with money, let's be real. If it's something with money and you find a new tax credit, I'm gonna use it. So just use it. But at the same time, it can bite you in the butt. Because you may lose that kid because the reality of it now, kids are not loyal to band programs like they were when they're younger. You got kids transferring from colleges. Like
Amen.
no like let's keep it real. Remember how Talladega was built? So if they see that then, that's the mindset mentality. So it's nothing for a kid to be like, man, you know what? I'm gonna transfer from school A to school B. Man, this charter school popping up, so we're gonna do this to this. So it's like no one wants to build. Everybody wants to walk into a build product. If you look at social media from relationships to job to careers to band programs, no one wants to build. You know what I'm saying? It takes a special person to be like, bro, I want to build this from the ground up so that I can say it's mine. You say Mississippi Valley. I mean, no knock to him, but that's been a proven formula for him that works. So I can't knock him that if that's his formula is proven it works for him. But look at the other programs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be in something that's established. And unfortunately, that's the trickle down effect that you're going to see in high school. If they have a big high school, like honestly, like in the state of Texas, there was a list there's a list of high schools, um, of the best high schools in the state of Texas. Cedar Hill was one, Westbury, shout out to that's tight. Shout out to Westbury, that was number two. I believe Part of the Memorial was like number four. Um, and Brookshire Royal was like 10. My goal is next year is that Worthing be in the top 10. So if we got to get them kids from wherever, it is what it is. You know, I just look at everything like the game. Go on, saturate your block, and I'll leave it at that.
So I'm gonna say two things. Well, I'm gonna say something and then I'm gonna ask a question. When you said that when you talked about everybody wants to walk into a built program, something that's already established, it kind of struck a nerve with me, brother. Only because of the fact that, and this ain't even band related, but it's still in the same vein. Back when I used to promote clubs, one of the hardest things was promoting a club, like trying to get a club up and running, because dudes want to walk into a club that already got billions of chicks in it. And if they don't walk in and it's popping, if it ain't a whole bunch of women around, they don't want to be there. Well, it's the same thing on the woman's side. A woman want to walk in the club and they need to feel like it's popping. But the problem was building a club atmosphere. It's difficult because everybody wants to walk into a room that's popping. If it ain't popping, I'm going to da-da-da-da-da down the street. So, and as it relates to what we're talking about, I absolutely agree. And that becomes the difficulty of this thing called building. Because like you said, nobody wants to build.
I mean, but also I'm gonna be real. Everybody's not called to build. I see that in life too. Everybody's not called to build though. You look at um, Professor Gordon at Langston. He had the right infrastructure to build. He had a president from Southern University that understood a band. He built the program, right? Mississippi Valley, they went through an amazing rebuilding in about 2 years. When Dr. Bonds was at Talladega, he did that. You look at Brian Simmons currently now, he's rebuilt Texas Southern. Dr. Zachary, when he arrived at PV, if we're gonna just be honest, that was a shell of the storm about what we went through. He built that. So if you look at those programs, that's 5 schools that we just named that rebuild from, I'm not gonna say from scratch, but a shell of the program of his previous yesteryears. So the reality of it is everybody's not called to build. A few people are called to build. Some people are, unfortunately, everybody not a general. Some people have to be a foot soldier. But when you find your calling, you realize that I'm a general and this person has to be a foot soldier. But if you was never a good foot soldier and prepping yourself to be a general, then you're gonna be doing foot soldier behavior in a seat of a general. So everybody not to be a general. So everybody can't build. Not being ugly, how I know that? Look at some of these high school programs that people be revolving. So, but you want to get to the collegiate level. You know what I'm saying? So everybody not supposed to build, bro. But yeah, just saying.
You better say that, okay? Mic drop.
Yeah, that was a word. So the question that I had then is, with this particular situation as it relates to school choice, and let's talk about how it could affect historically black college and university programs. What if you have a situation where the school choice was from a inner city school to a suburban school?
That again?
What if the school choice was from an inner city school, traditional style marching band, so on and so forth, show band? I don't necessarily like that term, but whatever. To a suburban school where you're going from 10, I don't say 10, 15 kids in band, but 30 kids, 40 kids in band, to now I'm walking into a situation because of my school choice with 180 kids in band, but we're core style and we're getting ones and so on and so forth. And that band director is now preparing those kids to go to the Michigans and so on and so forth. Does the school choice, or do you feel that idea of school choice can affect the growth of an HBCU program?
Yeah, it can. But I tell you this though, but it's also affecting because you see a lot of kids from core style schools transferring to HBCUs. Like they're still going. Like what I realize is if you could play, you could play. The difference between a straight leg marching or bent leg, modified bent leg, and picking up your feet is the degrees and angle and pointing your foot. But if you could play, you could play. And I think that's the bottom line. Now, if that core style school is not exposing some of these kids to the HBCU world and speaking positive on it, then that's a whole different approach.
Which
But if with
typically
social
happens.
media, right. But with social media, let's be real, they're being influenced anyway.
That's true.
Like this, we're in an era where whatever you want to know, this is the only issue about living in an age of information. There's so much that you don't know what to discern is real. But if you want to attain it, you can get it. Right now on YouTube, you can learn how to code. You can learn how to remove a remote management on your computer. You can learn how to balance your budget. You can learn how to do taxes. I mean, you can learn how to speak in tongues if you want. I might not agree with that, but hey, it's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but the reality of it is you can attain whatever you want. In regards to school choice, like I say, certain schools are going to blow up in a positive way, and then some are going to suffer. But the question is, as a band director, is your infrastructure already established? So once these kids see what you have, that they're willing to be like, I want to be a part of that. Are you marketing and selling your program to be like, I want to be a part of that? And if you are, then you're gonna be fine. But if you're not, then ain't nobody want to be a part of your program anyway. Under the baby Isha.
Learning how to speak in tongues on
When
I'm
I
telling
saw
YouTube
you.
that, I
is
was like, wait a minute. What? Oh.
That's funny.
Oh my
learning how to
gosh.
speak in tongues on YouTube is nuts.
Is that a thing?
Now I'm
not
gonna
even
go.
trying
Now
to
I'm
be
gonna have
funny.
to
Like,
go
is that a
look.
thing?
Now I'm gonna have to go look.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I hope that's not a thing. Somebody, hold up. Now I'm on YouTube. Now I got to go look at it. Hold up. I got to type it again. How to speak oh my gosh.
It popped up, didn't it?
Man. Oh,
Everything
Lord.
on there.
Speak in tongues in 3 steps. Activate the gift of tongues. Oh my
I'm telling you.
gosh.
I'm telling you. I'm
Oh
telling
my
you, bro.
gosh. Lord.
Yo,
Oh my gosh. That's That
What did it say? Activate the what?
Hello, let me pick it back up.
They have class. I'm telling you.
Activate the gift of
Of
tongues.
speaking in tongues. I'm telling
How do
you.
I activate the gift of speaking in
You
tongues?
could have kept
Receive
that one,
that.
bro. You could have kept
I'm
that one.
telling. Hey, it's on there. Hey,
That's
but let me.
crazy.
Hey, but for all my theologians, just know, go to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and you'll see what Paul says
About
about
speaking
speaking
in
in tongues.
tongues. Yeah, absolutely.
It's-
Absolutely. I'm with you. I'm with you on that, bro.
we'll leave it at that.
Yes.
We'll leave it
Yes.
at that. He says, "Shimon, Shimon."
Activate the diabolical. Right. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
On that note, time to go. I can't even believe that.
See, hey, I guess we learned. Hey, shoot, you learned me something today. I didn't even
Right.
know.
Hey, YouTube, YouTube got everything, yo.
How do you get to, you know what? I think people need to learn this and record a video.
You say what?
Hey,
Who came up with I should do an introductory course on this on YouTube? Who said that?
the same people that's talking about denouncing letters. On that note, we gonna leave it alone. We gonna leave it alone.
I'm about to say, bro, don't
I'm
open
I'm
up a whole
denouncing
nother
I'm
can of worms, brother.
I'm denouncing BS this summer, y'all. I gave it to God. I gave it to God. You know. But
Oh
on
my
that
god.
note, we gotta catch up. We're gonna talk about this trip to the Battle of the Band. You know, and
Okay. We need to do that. We need to schedule a time where we can all meet because
yeah.
Portia be
What y'all
super
doing
busy.
tomorrow during the
Work,
day?
Working.
work.
Oh, sorry. Well, y'all let me know y'all schedule. 'Cause, y'all let me know y'all schedule. I got band practice at 6, but
I
in
don't.
between, anytime.
I don't have summers off no more. So
Oh, that's your fault, bro.
nah,
Where we
nah.
eating after? We going to Mother's.
Dang, that mother's was hidden, bro. That mother's was hidden. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Well, shoot, let's do it this way then. With that being said, what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna open the phone lines tonight because Portia's ready to start her break of the show, which
Don't do that.
I'm
It's
putting it
not
on
a
you.
break from the show. It is a break before I have to be somewhere every day of my life for the
I'm putting it
next.
on you. I'm putting it on you.
But you started it.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing about no break.
No,
You
but
brought up a break.
we always take July off. So why are we tripping?
Cause I forgot. Okay, I forgot. Dang it. I forgot. Thank you for the reminder. I
Are you
appreciate
mad? Let me tell you something. Y'all ain't
I'm
gotta
not.
stop, but Portia
No.
not gonna be here.
you. I'm not mad. You good? Cause we do need a break. We do need a break. That's fair. All right. So with that being said, we are gonna get ready to close out. It's actually been an hour and 16 minutes, so that's good. But what I want to make sure you guys do, if you have not done it yet, go ahead and click the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell, because there is going to be more content that is going to flow on Passion Is Network. It just won't be talk that talk. All right. So with that being said, man, let's get ready to close out. Portia, any final thoughts since you brought this up of us not having another show until August? Any final thoughts? Anything you got for the culture?
I'm gonna miss y'all, but I'm gonna be chilling. I'm gonna get off work and I'm gonna be hanging out. I'm going on a couple of more trips before I give my life to the Spartan Legion at Norfolk State University. So yeah, and I'm trying to get, to these drinks. I'm trying to, enjoy the rest of my summer.
Boy, if we do this New Orleans thing, that drink.
I'm
Last
not
time,
I'm not doing a repeat of Houston. Okay. I had to come back and detox
Nah,
last
we
time.
are.
no,
It's
That
no,
gonna
no,
be
was
no, no, no,
worse.
no, no.
that
It's
You
gonna
was
be
rocking?
worse. Come
If
on,
you
it's
crazy.
gonna be
rocking with
worse.
us, it's happening. I'm telling you. Last
That
time
was
we
Hey,
went to
crazy.
listen,
That was crazy.
listen. You rocking with us? It's happening. It's going down.
It's too hot for that
Boom,
down there.
boom,
No,
boom. It's going down. Meet
no.
me in the club. It's going down.
That was crazy.
Well, and then we gotta put a call into Maya too.
Yes.
And
Listen.
real quick, I'm so proud of Maya. If y'all don't know, I follow Maya on the TikToker, and she is just doing
You be
her
popping.
thing. Yeah, she's doing her thing. So if y'all haven't, go follow Maya on the TikToker. Tell her the family sent y'all.
And if that's the case, follow Marching Proud of Sunnyside on TikTok as well.
Yes.
Do that as well. And on Instagram. So yeah.
I don't have TikTok.
Also, we got a video we about to drop soon of a song that we played in the summer off of Bandhead Network that should be next week.
And you didn't respond to me when I sent you that text message about that video too.
I'll respond back this time.
Also follow the Real Talk That Talk page on TikTok as well. I think we need to do a Passion Is, just a complete Passion Is where everybody's tough on that, because Luke's Band Report and Crystal stuff too. But anyway, Quan, any final thoughts? Anything you got for the culture?
I saw this in the chat. I gotta say, goodwill is the monarch of this house. Men unacquainted enter, shake hands, exchange greetings, and departed friends. Cordiality exists among all who abide within. I am the eminent expression of friendship, character, and temperament contained in my undoubted powers. Lives touched by me become tuned, and thereafter amiable, kindly, and fraternal. Y'all enjoy y'all summer and have a good one.
What's Maya's TikToker? People are asking.
Oh,
Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, since we're gonna do it too, so do Marching Proud of Sunnyside on Instagram. Do DMB_drumline on Instagram. Yeah, they fire you. And then do our dance team, Prancing Dolls, on Instagram. And then for you, Portia, at Golden Diamonds, our flag team too. See, got everybody. I covered everybody.
There you go. I put it in the chat, Daddy. So y'all let her know that we sent y'all her way. There we go. All right, man. Outside of that, this has been super dope. Don't forget that on tomorrow, Bethune-Cookman's grade is gonna be coming up. So hey, be ready for that. I may give them less than a B. I don't know yet. I mean, I know, but we'll see.
You being petty. Good night, y'all. Good night, y'all.
There were some things that I saw that
Good night, y'all.
Bro, anyway, we will see y'all, since he ready to shut me down because of the truth. Shut him down.
Time to shut him down. Shut him down.
All right, bro.
Oh my God.
See, this is why we need to have another episode. You see how excited you are right now?
I'm not excited about that. Shout out to something else.
Hey, but no, absolutely, man. As always, man, this is super dope. Hey, HBCU Band Talk. Make sure that you watch that episode tomorrow. I'm curious as to what your thoughts is gonna be. Other than that, man, this has been great. Happy Juneteenth, because I'm black, y'all. Because I'm blacker than black, that I'm black, y'all. Because I'm blacker as I'm black, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black as I'm black, and I'm black because I'm back. So,
remember Montgomery Brawl.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, man, other than that, man, this has been super dope. We will see you guys, thanks to Portia, in August. It's gonna be August. All right, we out.